Thank you for clicking on the video. I'm WhosManz. I just like football. All right. I'm here to teach you the X's and O's of the game. I'm not here to teach you the glitches and the exploits and things like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah. If you guys are new, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you never miss an upload. And let's get into it. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's WhosManz. We're gonna go over the college football gameplay review. I know it's been a little bit. I just needed some time to watch some stuff and read some stuff, basically. So now I'm gonna break some things down, and this game looks like it's gonna be nice. It has a lot of potential. Obviously, we got to get our hands on it. I've said this in every video, man. I'm a follower of Jesus, and so that just means in my comment section, I don't want to see no hate to nobody. Y'all can debate things, but just, man, keep it, you know, I don't want to see no hate. I don't want to see nobody calling anybody nothing in my comment section. So anyway, man, and yeah, the high step to the spin move. So I've been hearing that spin move is pretty nasty, which, I mean, hey, it is what it is, but I hope it's not OP like that one Madden, man. But I also did hear that the juke moves and stuff are not OP, actually. I heard they're not OP, but I heard the spin move is the best juke move. I heard that left stick is what you want to use, which I'm curious to see how that works in just head-to-head modes. Nice. Okay, I like what I'm seeing from the offensive line in some of these blitzes. I hope this is one thing. I'm going to get into this at the end. Okay. That pocket looked nice. He just got rid of the ball late. That looked crazy, but man, that vision is horrible. Okay, this is the one thing that I'm really looking, you know, I'm going to really pay attention to, because I'm not a fan of all these abilities in Madden. All the guaranteed stuff. Okay. Ooh, kick meter is different. Also, I like that the scoreboard is down here. I hated it being up top. I love this, man. I've always hated that it was up top. And if it is up top, I know they don't do it like this anymore, but you know, I remember it used to be the little box in the corner. It just, there's no distractions up here. You know what I mean? So, and also for replays, I think it'll be pretty dope. Sleight of hand. Okay. Home field advantage. See, I know my Penn State Beaver Stadium is gonna have a lot of upside to it. Playing at Ohio State, Michigan, Texas, Florida, LSU. I'm excited to play at the Rose Bowl though, because I've always loved the Rose Bowl. That stadium is so nice. Coliseum, or Tennessee. Just even the smaller schools. There's some stadium. I'm telling you, bro. Oh my gosh. I think it's Western Michigan. Got the red field. There's all those crazy these stadiums, man. Turbo. Now that widespread is some dirty work, man, and I'm excited to get into that. Y'all know I like the air raid, so an up-tempo air raid with super wide spreads is going to be some dirty work. I so hope that the trajectories are right. I know 2K has always gotten them right, where you could get it over a linebacker over the middle of the field. You can't really do that in Madden. One, because the way some of these people want linebackers to react and move like defensive backs, and then how flat the ball comes out the quarterback's hands, I've never liked it. Yeah, like I said, kick meter looks dope. Now being okay, I like how they've changed the hot routes, because I've always been like, why can't just a regular dude just, hey, run a bang 8, run a 9, run a, I don't know. I feel like that's a pre-game type thing. All right, let's look at the let's look at everything else. So I've already kind of looked through some of this stuff, not everything, but a couple of things that I wanted to touch on. The 134 ways to play from day one. Our message was every team is somebody's favorite team. Very, very briefly, unsuccessfully went to Akron. I was just not ready to go to school, y'all, but I have a soft spot for Akron. I have a friend that goes to Akron. So yeah, yes, I'm glad that they paid attention to this. I hope every team gets that love. And with that, like this, they're talking about the triple option at Air Force. You got Georgia Tech. I don't know if they really run it the same way anymore. I haven't been really paying attention to Georgia Tech like that, last couple years. But then you also got, you got some of these smaller schools that got some, crazy work. You got Eastern Carolina. I'm just saying, man, like Eastern Carolina got some stuff going on. So I think some of these people are going to realize, man, that some coaches, I'm curious to see what Coach Mackey, man, I don't know if you're going to ever see my video, Coach, but I'm curious to see what you do in this game. You got the connections, all the colleges, man. You know who has what, man. You know what? I hope one day that they add some of these historical playbooks, man. Even I have an old Delaware playbook. I wonder if that's going to be in there. The 99 TCU, Jim Knowles defense. There's a lot of stuff in there that I think people can use, and I hope there's not one meta with 134. I'm telling you, man, it's 134 ways to play this game. I hope there is not a meta. I want to see some variety. Madden just gets so bland and just yes, everybody runs this defense. Everybody is in the dollar and everybody is doing, and it's just man, there's more to football than dollar. So then we're going to move on to the stick. I did hear that like I said, the juke moves and all that stuff are not as strong as they are in Madden. However, I hear the left stick is a lot better in this game than it was in Madden, which I've been putting in a lot of work this year using a left stick instead of the jukes and all that other stuff and the spins. I do use the jukes and the spins, but I've been really trying to hone in. And actually, I think I've shown you guys something from Madden 23 using the left trigger, trying to get that down. But I think hearing how fast this game is, I think people are going to get themselves out of position to the point where you don't need to juke as much. And if you think about it, in actual games, people don't really juke as much. It's just they're making little quick cuts here and there, and I hope that's what we're going to, where the jukes are more open field, just situational things. Next, we're moving on to the wear and tear. They talked about this, where this is more, it seems like it's more dynasty and road to glory type stuff, where hey, you got a mobile quarterback, which this is another thing I'm going to talk about. Madden, they have the quarterbacks fumble because there's no true penalty for a quarterback, running around like a chicken with their head cut off. So they make them fumble, which quarterbacks don't really be fumbling all like that when they're running the ball. Yes, they do fumble probably more than a running back would or a wide receiver would, because they're just not runners like that, even the mobile quarterbacks. But there are other consequences, man. A lot of these teams don't want their quarterbacks to be running like that, because if he gets hurt, quarterbacks are few and far between, good quarterbacks. So I like the fact that they're doing this wear and tear, because I wonder if they're going to make it to where quarterbacks still fumble as much. They don't need to have them fumble as much anymore, because sure, you busted out 75 yards the first half, but then at half, the quarterback took a shot to the ribs from the hardest hitting linebacker on the team, and now it's well,
You're not breaking as many tackles. He's not running as fast. He's more injury prone, so he's going to be coming out the game more. Maybe you can't throw the ball as hard anymore. You can't taking shots on that right shoulder, and he's a right-handed quarterback, so he can't throw the ball as well. So now you're kind of forced to run the ball. I like that, where there's consequences for your actions. Everything, there's a consequence for everything. You want to run the ball 6 billion times up the middle, which are, I don't know, 180-pound running back who has 99 speed, do it. But then when he keeps getting cracked and you keep running the ball over and over and over and over and over, and you don't give him a chance to breathe, you might not have him the rest of the game. So I really hope there is something like that in the play now, as well as the road to glory in the dynasty. And I think it'll be more interesting in the dynasty. So the option game, now I was reading this, I'm gonna be completely honest, I am more interested in seeing what they do for the defense on this options and the RPOs and the reads, the glances and stuff like that. I'm more curious to see what they do. I feel like in Madden, they didn't do enough on the defensive side for RPOs, which is why people thought they were glitchy. The RPO itself was not glitchy. It was just that they didn't have enough programmed defensively in the game in general. They really didn't. You don't have run defense and pass defense. Defense is defense. Your run defense is going to be more so about your fronts. Am I going to put more DBs on the field to have a better chance against defending a pass? There's a pro and con to everything. You can't have it one way all the time. I hope they show this, where if people continuously come out and dollar, your DBs that you put in linebacker are going to suffer in the run game. There's a reason why we use linebackers. When you're talking about run defense, right, and you don't put out the correct fronts, and you don't have linebackers out there, and then you're getting gashed in the run game, that's why you need to understand the players, what they're used for, the fronts, different formations, and for example, why single high, what the difference is of single high and double high, and different coverage shells, and who's in the run fits and stuff like that. So match quarters, go over to match quarters. He has some dope stuff in there, and they go into, let me find something. If y'all can see, they talk about, and I'm not gonna hold it up there that long because y'all need to buy the book. I don't want to take money out of their pocket, but they talk about RPO defense. You know what I mean? They talk about what to do, not RPO dude. They talk about what to do in RPO situations, right? Hey, we're gonna come out here. This is what you're looking at. You know, if you see this RPO, players will call out RPO or whatever. Hey, nickel, I need you to focus on the running back. The running back is the main target today. I don't want the running back to get off. I want you to focus on this running back. Sometimes they have it to where it's like, hey, cornerback, I need you to really focus in on the number 2, and I need the safety to focus in on the number 1. There's a lot of little stuff in there that they do. But yeah, they also have done stuff on the offensive side, so you can fake pitch, which I remember me and my buddy Warren, man. Warren put me on to the fake pitch, and it really can get you out of position, man. There's a lot of little stuff that I'm seeing here that's getting me excited. This fake pitch, doing strong pitches, suitable when there's ample space between you and the defender. It requires more time, but offers precise accuracy and velocity. And then you have like a quick pitch, which is useful in tight spots. It might not hit the pitch back in stride. So yeah, I think you're gonna have to really understand timing. The shells, they're not talking about turtles. That's funny. The removal of base alignment. I feel like people try to use base alignment as a way to disguise coverages, but the only thing that's really doing sometimes is just putting your players out of alignment. If I came out in a super widespread offense and you tried to base align, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. And I don't think people understand leverage. Little simple thing. I've watched a couple of coaching clinics, and they talk about the alignment of the nickel in quarters and palms, right? In quarters, some coaches want that nickel to be aligned a little bit outside of the number 2, and some they want them head up. And then in palms, sometimes they want that nickel to be aligned inside, because they know that number 1 will help if number 2 breaks outside, right? So it's like, I don't need to be outside. And then also with that, they can be a little bit more aggressive on the RPOs that are going to that side. So there is that. So that's pretty interesting. I like that they allow you to get into single high and double high looks. They allow you to have a cover 0 blitz look. and then a cover 4 look. I think for the players that understand defense and know how to switch it up, I think they're going to have an easier time than people who just solely run plays that they've looked up on YouTube and don't necessarily understand the purpose of that play, right? The abilities. This is the one that I was looking into more. So I'm going to actually read this. So in College Football 25, we're introducing 80 abilities. That's a lot. The majority of which are completely new to the football gaming space. These abilities are purely situational boosts. I like that. And there are no guarantees. So I'm already happy, man. I hated the trust where you can't fumble. In football, there are no guarantees. It's not that like, hey, you know, for instance, Tiki Barber had a fumbling problem. He changed up the way he held the ball. And it's not like he never fumbled after he did it, but he fumbled less. And that's what I'm saying. I just need stuff to like, hey, maybe the chance of this happening is better, but there are no guarantees. So I do like that. Abilities are categorized into 2 groups, physical and mental. Each of these groups is further divided into 4 tiers: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, similar to 2K. Okay. And let me look at this. Option King, physical ability, slight accuracy increase on quick pitches. That's the bronze. Moderate accuracy increase on quick pitches, speed increase on strong pitches for the silver, significant accuracy and speed increase on pitches, and wear and tear protection on option plays, ultimate speed accuracy increase on pitches and wear and tear protection on option plays. Okay, our aim is to provide players with increased depth as they progress through these tiers. For instance, consider our new Grit Breaker ability under the physical category. This ability bolsters the defender's capability to disengage from a block. At bronze and silver tiers, this ability is only applicable during run plays. However, at gold and platinum levels, it also applies to pass plays, with its effects significantly amplified. Another important note to make here is that the abilities a player can have is solely determined by their archetype. I like that too, because it used to bug me watching Madden videos and seeing like Najee Harris and Derrick Henry with like jukebox. That's not them. Some of the stuff that I would be seeing on Madden just be killing me, because I'm just like, man, this is really just straight up Pokemon. I think one thing that I would like to see going forward is no physical abilities, and it's all mental, because those are your intangibles, right? The mental are the intangibles. The physical stuff should just literally solely be based on the ratings. Pre-snap recognition. You can see everything at the line of scrimmage, like an experienced senior. What about the freshman playing on the road in front of 100,000 screaming fans? We have introduced a new pre-snap recognition feature designed to bring a level of clarity to the line of scrimmage that reflects the experience level of the player controlling the game. I like that. A freshman player may not be able to identify who is coming to blitz or what the shell is at the line of scrimmage compared to what a seasoned senior would recognize. Our new system also takes into account player and coaching abilities, home field advantage, and our new coverage shells, which they'll talk about later, all of which will impact what a player sees at the line of scrimmage. So just looking at that, y'all need to start really paying attention to real football. I'm telling y'all. The more y'all understand real football, I think the less you'll need to rely on that. But then also, when you understand real football and you see that stuff, it makes your decision making quicker. You know what I mean? You get it in quicker. Confidence and composure. I think I've explained that before, where you have a Tom Brady who is just not fazed by anything, but then you also have the unproven rookie who comes in and it's just like the moment is too big, right? But then in college, you also have the same thing. Maybe you have the quarterback who went to a smaller high school that wasn't, blah blah, and they didn't have as many fans, and they get in there and it's like, oh, this is a lot, this is a rivalry game, the stakes are high, it gets to them a little bit more. But I do also like the fact that when your player starts to cook, a scrambling quarterback will have improved ball security, while the field general will benefit from improved throw accuracy. So I like that, because this goes for the senior and the freshman. It's just the senior is harder to rattle. The freshman is easier to rattle. So that's cool. So home field advantage, man. Y'all seen the little thing right here? If y'all old heads like me and y'all played the NCAA 06 and all that stuff, man, y'all remember this. And that was one of my favorite parts of the game. In those big games, man, the crowd really sounded mad loud. So I really hope that they sound loud. You know, I'm from Ohio. I've been to a couple Ohio State games. When they get loud, they get loud. There's the different chants. You know, I like too that there's none of that, like it makes kicking harder, can't do this, that, and the third. It's just, if it's loud, it's going to be harder to make your pre-snap, your audibles and things like that. It's just like that in general. You'll notice several enhancements with this one. 12 unique routes. The Bang 8, which is cool, has been incorporated to outside wide receiver tree. The entire route tree is readily available for all quarterbacks without an ability, which is dope. I was always confused why they couldn't do that before. The risk factor associated with the run commit has been toned down. Yeah, I've never understood why cornerbacks also just like, nah, you know, that doesn't make sense. I think it should be for players that are in the run fit and the run fit only. So yeah, let's see. Traditionally, the risk was conceding a touchdown, you know, if the offense opted for a pass, with this reward potentially being a tackle for loss. Now this mechanic only affects defenders' position in the box. Lastly, we're introducing custom stems, which is dope. Move the left stick to modify a distance by a single yard, or the D-pad for alterations of 5-yard increments. Revamp passing. Okay, I need to really look into this because, like I said, man, I've been so annoyed about the arc of the ball, the trajectories. It's too flat in Madden. Our main objective in this past game was to hone the art of layering the football. This includes everything from dropping the ball in the bucket to your tight end between the linebackers and free safety, to throwing a bullet on the 12-yard dig route. These new trajectory changes really allow you to throw the receiver open. To accomplish this, we've increased the variance of left stick pass lead intent, changed our inaccuracy miss locations, and overhauled our pass trajectories. The biggest change you'll feel immediately is how enveloped the concept of throw power. Now, throw power doesn't simply refer to the distance of the throw, but how hard you can throw it. You often hear color commentators discuss a quarterback's arm strength in the context of 10 to 15-yard bullets on hook and dig routes rather than 60-yard throws. While these enhancements are exciting, it's important to maintain balance. For years, players have been able to hold a bullet pass with little to no consequences. I love that. There has to be. I like that there's really this word right here, consequences. There's consequences to every action. The switch stick, I have a feeling that this is going to get some of these really aggressive players in a lot of trouble, and it's going to get the people who are patient in a good position. And what I mean by that is, I also heard that they've improved the pump fake in this game. If I can get you out of position and jump something prematurely, I feel like people are going to think this is going to be the greatest thing ever, and they're going to switch and get baited and, you know, give up a touchdown. So I'm going to say to the people that watch my videos, man, just be cautious. Playbooks and team style, they've kind of gotten to that before, but as you see here, man, this wide receiver, like, I love this. The turbo tempo encapsulates a rapid rush to the line style of play, like the blur offense in the Oregon days. And I remember that they would just be at the line, hike the ball, get to the line, hike the ball, and you know, when you really get that down, it's going to be insane. Now, I do not want to see people complaining about it. It's football. You got to adjust to it. That's the whole point of football. You got to learn to adjust. Things are going to be annoying. I see it all the time. Oh, man, you just run the ball all the time. There's ways to stop the run. There's ways to stop the pass. There are ways to stop everything in football. It's just, are you willing enough to adjust, to stop complaining? So I have a feeling that some people are going to get really good at this, and they're going to call it bubble gum, and they're going to call it cheese and all this stuff. And it's just like, at the end of the day, there are ways to stop it, man. So they have the real-time coaching. This is going more into the AI, where the AI is a little bit more responsive to a lot of this stuff. The trenches. Okay, so there's more than game just sacking the quarterback. Yeah, the great defensive linemen can dominate inside just using their size and strength. So I like that they're talking about this, because for the longest time, it's been decades where the trenches have just seen absolutely no love. New pass protection mechanic has been added, which provides 6 pass protection targeting schemes. These schemes allow players to have increased control over matchups. through their interface and matchup lines. So y'all, actually, I want to say I talked about it last video with the outside zone. I don't like how the tackle on the weak side goes for the defensive end. He needs to go upfield. There's little things like that, you know, and if I can change who gets picked up where, maybe I can fix certain plays. There's just little things that they don't do correctly in the pass and run blocking, right? So in pass blocking, I know Zando really helped me figure out pass protection, and then I went and found the video that he talked about from, wow, I'm blanking out, the quarterback that won the Super Bowl with the Rams, the greatest show on turf. I'm blanking out. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen, so my bad. But he also had a video on pass protection, and it's like, I think players that understand pass protection are also gonna do really well, and players that understand pass protection are going to do really well on defense and sending those blitzes, because they'll understand how to manipulate the offense and doing what they want, right? They also have little stuff like this with the weather, the little thing. Defensive pursuit has been refreshed in college. Real life track to the ball carrier in space. The player's pursuit rating is key in this aspect. So I'm taking this with a grain of salt, because I feel like they say this all the time. Walk to the line. I love walk to the line. It gives you that extra little bit to see what shell they're coming out in. You know what? I need to. You know, all that little stuff. You may have noticed in the trailer, but in case you didn't, 1 foot sideline catches, okay, that's cool. Playmaker, fan favorite, has been revamped for increased responsiveness and control. Play action. When play action is called in run situations, such as first down or less than 3 yards to the first down, the effects on the run fit defenders are now amplified. That's all I'm asking for. I want it to be, you know, if you're calling play action on like 3rd and 15, like, okay, run the ball, I guess, if you want. But yeah, if it's like a first down and you say you've been running the ball on first down the past 4 drives, and then the 5th drive you run a play action on first down, there's no benefit for some stuff in Madden, and I'm just liking what I'm seeing so far. Does it actually work? We'll see. Victory formation, I think I've talked about that before, you know, whereas late in the game, it's like, man, I don't want to have to keep calling the thing. They just do it and just the game's done. And I think that'll cut down on some of the time sometimes. From what I'm seeing so far, man, this is about to be dope. I'm really excited about it. I'm letting y'all know I'm going to be on this a lot, man. I can't wait. So yeah, in the comment section below, let me know what you guys are most excited for, and we can talk about it, man. And I think I'm gonna make some individual videos on little things, and I'll use Madden as a way to talk about it. That way, you know, we have quite a bit of content coming out until July, and I will be getting a PS5, playing it, because I only have a PC right now. So I'll be getting a PS5 and playing it. Can't wait, man. We got about a month. All right, man. I'll see y'all next time.